Hey, welcome to Cinema. Today we're going to be going over how to use one of our great products, Writer's Room. If you're on the website here, the easiest way to get there is go to Products, and then you're just going to scroll down to Writer's Room and hit Buy. You can select what format tier that you want to use within Writer's Room, whether it's a 1-hour TV pilot, a half-hour TV pilot, a full-length feature film, or a micro short. We're going to go ahead and use half-hour TV pilot just for this little demo, and then you can decide what percent you want to give up in IP later to Cinema to reduce or not reduce your cost of what this is going to be for you to get this script written over in Writer's Room. I'm just going to hit 5% for now, and since I already have credits, I'm going to go to Writer's Room. But if you didn't have credits, you would just hit purchase and purchase the credits by using a credit card or any other method that you want to. Over in our checkout process. So once you get to Writer's Room, this is where the creativity happens. This is where you can put in whatever you want and what you want your episode to be about. You can enter in a title. We'll do that in a second. But this is the main section that you're going to want to edit, the creative brief section. This is where you describe your idea or your story. You put in what characters you want to have if you want, or no characters at all. And you let our agents come up with the characters themselves. So you can put in as much or as little detail as you want, and we'll fill in the gaps. So if you want to be very specific, you go ahead and put every single detail that you want in there, what your idea is, exactly what you want to happen in the episode, and so on and so forth. And we'll write the script based on what we see there. So you can also upload or ingest a book script if you have it already, and that will be your creative brief. And we've given that option to multiple people who have asked for it. So it's actually a really cool feature in here. Because I don't want to burn time going through creative ideas, I'm just going to go ahead and paste an idea in here so that we have it. Obviously a decorated but burnt out former CI officer is going to be in this episode. So we can just put up here, let's go ahead and put a title in. Might as well. CIA goes rogue. Let's just say that. I wonder if that'll mess with the story itself. Now the creative freedom is how much freedom you want to give, or how much autonomy you want to give to the agents that are writing the script. Do you want them to go a little bit off the cusp and kind of put in some details on their own, or do you want it to really stick with what you have written exactly and not give it any creativity? I'd like to give it a little creativity, so we're going to put that at 0.7. And then, of course, the action line style. How do you want your director to be voicing commands to the actors and stuff within the script? Do you want the director to be very expressive with his commands, or expressive with his directing, or do you want it to be more strict and just, hey, move here, without any expression whatsoever? We're going to leave that at strict. And then that is it. We are going to hit start writing. And obviously we're going to use my existing credits, and it will start the writing process here in just a second. And we're going to give that a few minutes to finish up. And as soon as that's done, we're going to pop back here and show you what we got. Okay, Writer's Room finished. We have our script done, which is really awesome. CIA goes rogue. The first thing you're going to see up here, obviously, is your storyboard clip from one of the scenes within the pilot itself. It generates that by itself. It goes and picks a very active point in the script, and it generates that. Sometimes they're animated, sometimes they're not, which is really cool. It kind of decides for you, and you can rerun those and get a different frame if you want by clicking this button here. And you can see what other frames within the pilot would look like. Now, this is exactly what it did and what happened when you did your Writer's Room, and when it generated the script. It went through all of these processes and generated some story DNA, which is basically the breakdown of what the story is. It gives you all of your characters within the story, your themes, the primary conflict, and then you can go and read all of those notes and all of the story DNA, just so you can see what your script is about and kind of where it birthed the script, background, and everything that you would want in story DNA. In addition to that, it also gives you a beat sheet It gives you some opening images, the setup. Man, it gives you everything that you need or would want to have in a beat sheet as well. And then it gives you a scene outline, scene by scene, you know, the first scene, the second scene, what the scene setup looks like. And then of course a critic evaluation, which I really like. This gives you a critic score of what an estimated or probabilistic score would be based on the script and everything that you have in there. And it gives you sub scores as well. Along with this critic evaluation, I really like, gives you strengths and weaknesses that are found within the script. And then also some revision notes, which you can kind of take note of and look through your script and then decide, you know, if you want to make changes, you know, you can adhere to those notes or not and go through there. And then of course, below all this structure and what happened in the writer's room, of course, you have your script. And this is where you can actually read line for line what's going on in the pilot, every single action, every single director's line, anything that you would see in like any other script, you'll have right here, which is really neat. Now, I told you before, there's ways to fix this script and ways to make it better, and we're going to be talking about that in our next couple of videos that we have here, going through script revisions, and then of course, final coverage to see exactly what a full coverage report would look like. And so we're going to be doing that in future videos, and we look forward to seeing you then. If you have any questions, go ahead and put those below. Otherwise, we look forward to you using our great products over here at Cinema.